So I'm doing this video because I'm reaching out to see who in the last few weeks to a month has been feeling the same way I feel. Could be just coincidental that around the same time probably when CERN shut down the LHC experiment that this is occurring. Maybe totally unrelated, but as I was saying, in the last few weeks to almost a month, I've just felt really off balance, out of sync, disassociated, loss of drive and ambition. Having difficulty focusing, not because I have random thoughts, but because it's like I have this fog or haze or this cloud in my mind, which I think is what's behind everything. It's almost like I got a goddamn parasite in my head. Not a physical creature parasite, but like this, some sort of energy type of parasite in my head that's just draining, just causing, it's draining my energy, and it's spewing out this fog that's just it's very debilitating in some sense, to where it's screwing up my coordination, like my equilibrium, my whole balance is out. It's like completely out of whack. Like the other day, we were out and about. My wife and I were out and about, and standing around on the side of the road downtown Gilbert, and I went to go back up, and I backed up into a ditch. Like a tree ditch, because down there they have like the trees planted like in concrete, and they cut out an area of the concrete and they put like a metal grate around it so the tree can grow up, and then they'll pull the gates away as the tree matures. And I knew it was there, but then I forgot it was there. It's not like I forgot, it's just like it just wasn't it wasn't a point of focus for me. And we were getting ready to leave, and I went to go back up, and for some reason I was just backing up blind, and I stumbled into the ditch and hit the damn tree. Now, I didn't get hurt, but it was weird. And then this morning, I was getting ready to go to work, and I was putting on my jacket, and as I swung around my jacket to put my other arm into there, it like threw my whole balance off to where I almost tumbled over. I've also been having that problem just like kind of walking in general. I'm not stumbling or tripping, it's just I feel like, it's almost like when you get a cold, your head gets clogged up and it throws up your equilibrium and your balance. But I don't have a cold. My sinuses are a little bit stuffy, but not like I get when I'm sick. And they're not even like an allergy thing. They're just maybe partly related to it. I don't really know. But it sucks because, like, at work, one of the things I've always prided myself on, not necessarily to the world and having to get praise, just self-pride, is being very, very quickly paced and being able to figure stuff out and learning new stuff and accomplishing goals in a very, very timely, if not way ahead of schedule. And it just seems like lately, in the last few weeks to a month, I'm like falling behind schedule. Like the whole day is just getting sucked up and disappearing on me. And then I'm second guessing everything that I do. Like, I'm not confident in the task I've completed that they are accurate and without error. And I'm having to go back and double check and triple check myself after the fact, which is way uncommon for me. I mean, you know, they say you should always double check your work, which is fine. I can usually do a quick double check on my work, and 99% of the time I find out my work is accurate and correct. Again, that's always been a point of pride for me, is being being able to very, very intently focus on a task and accomplish it productively and thoroughly, almost too thoroughly sometimes. A lot of people complain that I give them too much information and too many answers to even questions they didn't seem to ask, that I just come up along my own way and solve myself. And it's like, before you ask me, here's the answer to the question you haven't even thought of yet. And I just have not been in that mode lately. Again, it's like I just got this fog and this haze in my head, to where it's not causing my mind to necessarily scatter, but it's allowing my mind to scatter. It's two different things. It's not like I have all these different ideas that are running around in my head at the same time. It's just like I lose focus on what I'm talking about, or what I'm discussing, or what I'm doing as a task, and something else random comes up. It's probably what's been taking me forever to make videos, is I have to reshoot my videos sometimes 10 times until they make enough sense when I rewatch them to get my point across eloquently. And I don't have to be. I mean, I know these are just, there's no crap going on around me. I'm not doing cut-ins and cut-outs and, you know, making my videos all high-res and all that other BS. It's just me talking. But I don't like to talk and sound disassociated and stupid when I'm doing so. And lately, that feels like that's all I'm doing. It's like I'm having a hard time coming up with the words to express my thoughts, my feelings. It feels like I got this massive weight of, it's almost equivalent to being like this just massive weight of cloud and depression, but I'm not I'm not depressed, and I'm not confused. Sometimes I'm both. Usually I get depressed when I get confused, and it's almost like as if this cloud of uncertainty and equilibrium imbalance is intently trying to tear me down. And it's exhausting. I mean, at the end of the night, at the end of the evening, I'm so worn out that I just have no drive to want to do anything. I mean, I'm doing stuff, you know, I'm doing things that my wife is asking me to do, but, you know, I'm doing it with internal reluctance. Not because I care one way or the other way to go do what she's wanting to do. It's just I don't care one way or the other way. It's like I'm not even held fast to, no, I don't want to do that, I'd rather do this. It's just I'm very, very bland, like right now. I kind of feel like gray. You talk about shades of coloring, right? You know, you can feel black when you're going dark, or you can feel red when you're hot and angry, or you feel white when you're just feeling positive, flowing energy. I just feel like colorless. That's the best way to describe it. It's not like black or white. It's just like gray. It's like no color. It's like just, it's not depressed, but I feel gray. And normally I like gray as a color, but I don't like feeling that way. You know, it's making it really hard for me to come up with subject matter to expand on in my videos, because, you know, it seems like, oh well, I've talked about the whole CERN thing and my look on that, and my expressions on the Mandela effect and what I think is going on. And I when I first started doing it, I thought I had just 2 tons of stuff to talk about, and I've even expressed in several of my other videos that, you know, I'll talk about this in another video, I'll talk about that in another video. But it just seems like my drive to continue to talk about those things is waning. I know it's still in there. I can feel it deep inside me. But it feels like it's being masked over and clouded over by this whatever this is that's trying to knock me down a peg or something. I don't know what it is. So let me know if you guys are feeling the same thing or going through the same thing in your lives. You know, it could be long term, but specifically for me, it has been within this last couple weeks to a month. That's just really been sitting on me hard. And again, this is not the disassociated from my environment feeling that we all get with the Mandela effect, right? Those of us who are truly aware and conscious, and not these posers and these fakers, because I feel inundated right now with those people. They're all running videos and they're all, you know, talking up the game of the Mandela effect, but then they're pushing off the potential for anything else being a possibility. Like this has nothing to do with multiple worlds and multiple universes, and you know, it has nothing to do with this and it has nothing to do with that. And it's like they have no answers to the cause of what the Mandela effect, you know, what's causing it, and they have no take as to what may be. You know, they say they don't believe in anything having caused it, but they have no explanation or science backing or research backing to give a theory as to what they feel is happening. In fact, some of these people are so small-minded that they request the government to try to help them out. You know, and some of these people are going as far as saying, "Well, I believe the Earth has to be round because flat Earth is just stupid." And of course, we went to the moon. No way our government would have done that to us, and no way they would have done that. And no, chemtrails aren't real. You just watch this. It's like, it's almost like they are disposition agents to get to the inside of the Mandela effect and then try to blow it apart. And there's a lot of them that are popping up. You know, and then there's the others who are just they're not worried about, or have no thoughts about, or expressions at least about what's caused this and what it is that we're going through. They're just 1,000% hung up on the goddamn differences that we're noticing. This is what I'm talking about. I get difficulty even with simple words. And maybe partly to do with these people that have just been, I don't know, breaching my subconscious. And it's not like they're causing doubt or anything else. It's just like, it's just deflating and like, you know, like the other day I tried to help some guy out. We were sitting at a restaurant, my wife and I overheard some other people talking in a conversation about businesses and taxes, and one guy does like Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and stuff like that, and he's talking about how he's so proud he's got his own business, and the guy next to him is asking him, well, are you using an app to track your mileage and your expenses, because those are all tax deductions, and if not, you're basically causing yourself a headache at the end of the year, and you're gonna get destroyed by the government. Because this guy's first time being the independent contractor thing, and he had no idea about any of that stuff. He's like, oh yeah, I'm doing that, but he had no idea what apps that you should be using or anything else. And I kind of, across the room, since I do that on the side as a side business, some of that side hustle stuff, I kind of just chirped up and just was trying to educate the guy on the types of apps he should be using and things he can and can't expense with this business. And I was explaining to him, you know, here, my wife and I are sitting here having lunch, but because we're working, I'm using this as a tax write-off. We're talking business. You can talk business. You just have the discussion with someone else about the business. It's a tax write-off. this guy's like, oh yeah, I know that. And he was like, the guys next to him were like, hey, thank you, like, thanks for someone else defending the cause, man. Don't give your money away to the the government and defend yourself. And the guy's like, no, I got it. And then like less than a couple minutes later, the guy gets up and walks out of the restaurant. And of course, like I said, he does these Uber and Lyft where you need your phone. He walks out of the damn restaurant without grabbing his cell phone. Like, the bartender had to chase him down and say, dude, here's your phone. The guy was literally getting ready to get in his car and drive away without his phone. And maybe he's clouded. Maybe something's going on to cloud him too, but it just, the point is, I was trying to help the guy out, trying to educate. I like to educate people and teach people and pass my knowledge on to people. And it just was very, very deflating that I'm putting myself out there to give this guy some help and assistance. And I know not everyone wants it, but he acted like he wanted it, but he did nothing to actually get the apps from me. And I was willing. I said, hey, I'll give you the apps so you can just download them to your phone real quick. And I was explaining to him on some programs and how to sign up and things like that. And he asked me like 3 or 4 times about it. And it's like, guy, if I'm saying it to you, do it right now while we're having this conversation. Like, stop what you're doing. You're just running your mouth. Stop. Put it in your phone. I mean, I don't get why people are like that. When I'm in a conversation with someone and they have something that I really am interested in and can help me out, I am all about making a note right then and there, downloading an app right then and there, clicking onto a website and saving it right then and there at that very moment, so I do not forget it later on, so I do not get distracted with something else. And it was very deflating when the guy just he heard what we had to say, but he wasn't listening to what we had to say, what we had to teach him. And it was really demoralizing to my soul. And it shouldn't have been. I mean, I should have just pushed it off and like, no big deal. My wife's like, no big deal, whatever, you can't do anything. I'm like, I get it, but it's just, I even talked to the guys at the table after that guy took off, and I was like, I didn't mean to jump into your conversations. They're like, no, hey, we appreciate the input. We're all just trying to look out for someone, right? I was like, yeah, it's just so demoralizing when you sit there and you put yourself into that, educating and training someone, and they just, they with a grain of salt you. Like, they keep talking to you like they're interested and like they want to learn it, but then they don't take any actions to enact what you're teaching them. And the guy's like, yeah. He goes, I come across that all the time. He goes, yeah, it's just, it is. It's very demoralizing to your soul. It's weird. I don't get it. It kind of feels that it's been that way a little bit too with even my work. Is I'm trying to educate people and teach them, and then it seems like a day later they're coming back to me with the exact same damn questions. Like, we just discussed this. Write it down. Repeat it to yourself over and over again. Make it a mantra. Train it into your brain. Don't ask me a question of how to do something, and then when I explain to you how to do it, you don't retain that knowledge and you just instantly forget it because you're wasting my time and you're just deflating. You're deflating things away from my life. You're taking away my valuable, precious time that I have, and I mean, I don't have time for that. I've got plenty of time to teach and educate people, but not when they're going to take the knowledge that I try to pass on to them and just act like they never heard me say it before. So, I don't know. Nothing I can do about it, I guess. I'm just hoping that this funk that I'm in right now is not relevant to the LHC shutting down. I'm really hoping that it's just, I'm just in a funky mood, and it just feels like I've been detached. Like I was connected to maybe my spirit, my soul, and my alternate ego in the swap universes, and now we're completely disheveled. I mean, we didn't have any back and forth with communications or anything like that, but it just feels like I have that. Like I lost a piece of me just recently, and I don't know what it is, and I don't know why, but I hate it. I I hate that feeling. Anyways, hopefully you're having a better month than I am. I mean, we're getting up near on Christmas time here pretty soon. We got some extra time coming up off of work and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys do too. And you know, hey, I wish good tidings to everyone and the best to everyone. And let me know your thoughts and your feelings, and if you guys are experiencing it too.